Well, it's time to review a film I failed to do a review of not so long ago for its anniversary. Let's talk about a really underrated film, in my opinion, that was from the guy who brought us Ghostbusters, Ivan Reitman. Let's talk about Evolution right now. Bad Days, Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2001 sci-fi comedy Evolution, released by DreamWorks in the US and Columbia internationally. Directed by Ivan Reitman, starring David Duchovny, Orlando Jones, Seann William Scott, Julianne Moore, and Ted Levine. The plot of the film follows a college professor and a geologist who investigate a meteorite crash in Arizona, but they discover that the meteorite harbors extraterrestrial life forms, which are evolving very quickly into large, diverse, and outlandish creatures. Yeah. Now, it was based on a story by David Duchovny, who originally wrote it as a serious sci-fi horror thriller until Reitman hired David Diamond and David Weissman to rewrite much of the script into a comedy, which Don liked, as a matter of fact. So let's get into our story. A large meteor crashes in the barren Arizona desert late at night and is witnessed by would-be firefighter Wayne Gray. The next day, local college science professors Ira Kane and Harry Block investigate the crash site. Discovering the meteor has landed in a cavern and bleeds a strange blue liquid when scraped, they quickly learn that the meteor harbors extraterrestrial nitrogen-based microorganisms that condensed millions of years of evolution within a matter of hours. The next day, the microscopic organisms have evolved into asexual fungi and flatworms that cannot breathe oxygen in aquatic life the day after that. The site is soon sealed off by the U.S. Army. Ira and Harry asked General Russell Woodman and the clumsy CDC Dr. Allison Reed to aid in their research, but their efforts fail when it is revealed Ira was discharged from the Army after a failed experiment of his went terribly wrong. Woodman steals Ira and Harry's research, forcing them to infiltrate the base to get another meteor sample. To their shock and awe, the caverns now harbor an alien rainforest teeming with tropical plant and animal life, including flying insects and carnivorous plant life. That night, a large reptilian creature fatally mauls the owner of a local country club, and the next day, a dog-sized frog-like animal attacks two elderly ladies in their own home. Ira, Harry and Wayne, find a valley behind the home filled with suffocating dragon-like creatures, which they theorize cannot yet breathe oxygen and are escaping from the meteor site through the local caverns. However, a newly born dragon quickly adapts to the Earth's oxygen and terrorizes a shopping mall before being gunned down by the trio. Yeah, that's actually one of the funniest parts ever, and Wayne's trying to sing the song "You Are So Beautiful," "You're So Beautiful." Yeah, that's funny. Anywho, back to the story. With the media becoming increasingly involved in the alien attacks, the governor of Arizona visits the site demanding answers. Allison believes that the aliens will engulf the U.S. in 2 months, and Woodman suggests a napalm strike to destroy the meteor's contents in the town around it. Though the governor does not want to bomb the community, the base is suddenly attacked by primate-like creatures that wound several members. This convinces the governor to approve Woodman's napalm strike. Disgusted, Allison quits the CDC and joins Ira's crew. Ira later realizes that intense heat triggers the alien's DNA and that the initial impact to Earth activated its evolution. Allison's pleas to Woodman are ignored and the town begins evacuating for the impending bombing strike. Looking at the positions of nitrogen and carbon on the periodic table, Ira theorizes that selenium might be poisonous to the aliens as arsenic is to Earth's carbon life. Much to Ira's surprise, two of his dumbest students, Deke and Danny Donald, recall that selenium sulfide is the active ingredient in Head and Shoulders hair shampoo. Sorry, I said that. My bad. Which they decide to use against the alien organisms. Yeah, kind of a little, well, you know. Alright, now for the ending. You know the procedure as always. You have 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below to avoid the ending spoilers. Now, if you have seen the movie, please continue on after the 5 seconds. Here we go. Okay, you've been warned. Wayne procures a fire truck and fills it with the shampoo with help from his college students. However, Woodman's napalm strike goes off ahead of schedule before the team can try their plan, triggering the entire alien ecosystem to fuse together into a single immense amoeba-like blob that stands hundreds of feet tall. The giant mass begins multiplying through mitosis, which it would do infinitely until the country was overtaken by thousands of these gigantic creatures. The team maneuvers their fire truck underneath the mass and discovers a rectal-like orifice to spray the shampoo into. Moments before the creature splits into two, the team is successful and the monster explodes. The governor declares Ira, Harry, Wayne, and Allison heroes. Wayne is made a fully credentialed, that's it, sorry, firefighter, and Ira and Allison begin dating. Yeah. And then later, Harry, Ira, and Wayne are shown promoting Head and Shoulders for both hair care and fighting the aliens. End of story. So what did I think of Evolution? Well, forgot to point this out. This film is a guilty pleasure of mine. I have seen it numerous times. I've recently seen it revisited a few times on Amazon Prime, if it's ever on there. But anyway, this film is so underrated. I don't know if a lot of people have talked about this lately. But anyway, I thought this film is just so crazy. It's hysterical in some parts. And well, I also like its soundtrack, the score being composed by John Powell and conducted by Gavin Greenaway and performed by the Hollywood Symphony Orchestra. That was really cool. We get to hear some pretty cool tunes from Powerman 5000, Buck Cherry, Samantha Mumba, and even the classic Play That Funky music by Wild Cherry. Yeah. Well, the film mostly got mixed reviews in ways. There have been some that says it's not good, but it's nowhere near as bad as most recent comedies. It has real laughs, but it misses just as many real opportunities. And well, Ryman tries to remake Ghostbusters with this, but his efforts are largely unsuccessful because the movie has too many comedic misfires. Well, I can factually agree with that. There are some weird moments and what have you, you know. Yeah. Especially when Ira, well, apparently moons Woodman once he and Harry leave. Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah. Really something. Anyway, now the cast, on the other hand, I really love the performances we got. David Duchovny, while I really wasn't that big on the X-Files, which of course that was still on at the time, at least I think it was. He did an absolutely amazing job as Ira Kane. He was absolutely funny. I gotta give credit to Julianne Moore, who played Allison Reed. She was absolutely really good. Let's see. Orlando Jones plays Harry Block. He's absolutely good too in this. It's probably one of his few good movies I've seen him in, even though I have seen him in the Bedazzled remake and The Replacements with Keanu Reeves and Gene Hackman. Sean William Scott plays Wayne Gray. Of course, the same year this came out, he returned as Steven Stifler in American Pie 2. Yeah, I gotta say, he's really something. Russell Woodman was played by Ted Levine, who, of course, a decade before this, he recently played Buffalo Bill in The Silence of the Lambs. Now, that was a big surprise. Of course, the same year this came out, Julianne Moore took over the role of Clarice Starling in the follow-up to that movie, which was Hannibal, which unfortunately I also failed to do a review of, but I'll make up for that someday. The two guys that played the Donald brothers, Deke Donald is played by Ethan Suplee, who would later go on to star on My Name Is Earl, and Michael Bauer plays Danny, really good. We have Ty Burrell in this, and Dan Aykroyd, he plays Governor Lewis. We also have, well, some special appearances like Sarah Silverman and Richard Mall. Several others. Kyle Gass even appears in this. Yeah. Anyway, the film did okay. The film made 98 million worldwide. It also, well, a few months later, an animated series called Alieneers: Evolution Continues, which premiered on the Fox network, came out, but unfortunately it was short-lived, even though it was from the same studio that actually did the real Ghostbusters animated series based on Reitman's movie series. Well, produced this series along with DreamWorks. So anyway, with a pretty good cast, factually good story, good music and stuff. Would I recommend Evolution? Well, I'd say give it a one-time watch. Just to be on the safe side. And if you're not satisfied with it, then stick with Ghostbusters, okay? But again, give it a one-time watch. You might like it, you may not. You be the judge, okay? But if you have seen Evolution, tell me what you thought about in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button below, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Now, I do have a little bit of a quick announcement. Change of plans. Now, though I said I would do the Ghostbusters 2016 movie later on next week to promote the new movie, I've decided to push it up a few days. You'll be getting the review on Monday of next week, which of course that's the same day I'm doing the Porky's Revenge review, alright? So you'll be getting that. Also, it seems I've decided to do another TV log and a TV log special. So next time you will get my next TV log, which will be on Doogie Howser MD, since I just now finished watching its little spin-off thing, Doogie Kamealoa MD, which you'll get the next day in a TV log special. Okay, enough said. So anyway, tell me what you thought about Evolution, blah blah blah, you know the rest. And thanks for watching. If you like this video, consider checking out my reviews of these two movies. The upper left hand corner is my review for Ghostbusters. The upper right hand corner is the review I did for Ghostbusters 2, if you'd like to check those out, because I celebrated did reviews on their anniversaries a couple of years back. Or if you want something else that's not sci-fi or what have you, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my recent review for another film that just turned 20, that being Shallow Hal with Jack Black and Gwyneth Paltrow. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.